Ag Bioscience, the #1 ag tech podcast globally, is now available on video. Hear from leaders and innovators across food, animal health, plant science, ag tech, and agriculture. Mondays at 6 a.m. on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. While you're there, subscribe and leave us a review. It's the Ag Bioscience Podcast with Agronovis Indiana. Get more information at agronovisindiana.com.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand for Friday, June 5th, 2026. I'm Gary Dick. Visit Fort Wayne has announced the launch of the Fort Wayne Music Office, a key part of a tourism strategy to boost Northeast Indiana's music ecosystem. Visit Fort Wayne has engaged Sound Diplomacy to conduct an in-depth analysis of the region's music assets and provide actionable recommendations, says Visit Fort Wayne's Director of Destination Development, Jessica Campbell.
We already have a number of amazing assets in our community with the Embassy Theater, the Memorial Coliseum, Sweetwater, of course, and other venues. So how do we keep that momentum going, but also realize that we have a lot of growth as well?
Elkhart-based Thor Industries is reporting fiscal third quarter net income of $97.2 million, down from $135.2 million in the same period last year. CEO Bob Martin says the drop is the result of the expected impact of geopolitical events on the RV selling season. The University of Evansville has changed the name of its Center for the Advancement of Learning, it says, to more accurately reflect its mission. Now called the Center for Professional and Continuing Education, it will retain its focus on supporting adult learners, working professionals, employers, and community partners. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Southwest Indiana is essential to elevating Indiana's future. Explore how IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the state of Indiana are bringing a bold vision for regional growth at Innovate Southwest Indiana, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Join Governor Mike Braun and business and community leaders in Evansville for a conversation on growth, workforce development, and innovation. We'll be at Ridgeway University Center June 9th. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. Governor Mike Braun has announced proposed administrative changes aimed at reducing certain requirements and expenses for child care providers.
The rules address requirements for both child care centers and home child care providers. They are designed to support both new and existing businesses while maintaining, quote, the highest standards of health and safety for children, end quote. Braun said in a statement that the changes would make childcare more affordable while benefiting more than 2,800 childcare businesses serving over 110,000 Hoosier children. The proposed changes include numerous tweaks to about 80 pages of rules related to childcare centers and about 40 pages related to home providers. The changes include reductions in certain educational barriers for opening and staffing childcare centers. The rules affect all staff levels, including caregivers, lead caregivers, and directors. Per the rules, caregivers no longer will be required to have a high school diploma, while lead caregivers must only have a high school diploma or the equivalent. Directors need to have at least a Child Development Associate credential or the equivalent and at least 2 years of experience in a childhood program under the proposed rules. The state will hold a public hearing on the changes on July 6. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Los Angeles-based active fund manager Capital Group is expanding its operations in Carmel and creating up to 200 jobs by the end of 2028. The company says it will invest $13.5 million to expand one of its primary client service hubs along US 31 in Carmel. Plans also call for the relocation of some employees from a Hampton Roads, Virginia office to Hamilton County. Elkhart-based LCI Industries announced Thursday that Jason Lippert has retired as president and CEO and stepped down from the company's board of directors after 32 years with the business. The board appointed independent director Johnny Serpilla as interim CEO. During Lippert's tenure, LCI Industries grew from $125 million in annual revenue to more than $4 billion. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.